What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, Creative Robert Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. Going back to Instagram, did some Q&As. It's on my story. If you want to ask a question, I'll be posting these a lot. It's at Marc Lobliner on Instagram. Anyway, this one comes from AJ_FF_PM. Oh man, horrible name, bro. Anyway, check it out. How do you warm up for upper/lower splits? And the answer is simple yet complex. For lower body, I honestly like to do mini bands. So if you look on YouTube, you look up, go on the search. I'm gonna link it down below. Search Pillar Prep Lobliner. Now I want you to also search mini bands Lobliner. What I like to do is around 2 sets of 8. I like to do the mini bands. I like to do linear and lateral mini band movements. I like to do lower body dynamic stretching. I like to do windshield wipers on my legs where you lay down, put your back flat, legs in the air, side to side, side to side. Do about 8 to 10 of those. And honestly, let's keep it simple. For lower body, the best stretch to get ready for leg day is a goblet squat. Get like a 30 or 50 pound dumbbell, hold it out in front of you and get down low. I like to really move around in the bottom, get my hips and everything nice and warm. A lot of people overdo warm-ups. I've done videos on this. I'm not the biggest fan of foam rolling anymore. I actually think it adds trauma and increases trauma. I'd rather see you do some active movements. Some people like to do a 5-minute warm-up on the treadmill. I'm okay with that. But honestly, if you really want to get moving, here's what I like to do. The mini bands, okay, mini bands are great. Then do World's Greatest Stretch. You could look that up. I'm going to link that down below. World's Greatest Stretch. Do about 6 total. World's Greatest Stretch, 3 each leg. And then do inchworms. Inchworms are great. It's where you go out with your hands and you come back with your legs. Inchworms, I like to do about 8 total. And you're pretty much warm. And then you just go into your set and warm up, right? Like if you're doing, if you're doing a squat, you know, start with the bar, then go up to 135, then 225, and keep incrementally increasing. If your max is only 225, start with 95, then 135, and then boom, you're there. So I think that warming up with the movement you're doing is great. But honestly, what I just said, mini bands, goblet squats, you know, doing movements that replicate what you're gonna be doing. At the end of the day, on leg day, you're doing a lot of things that are basically mimics of the squat, right? Like a hack squat is a squat. A leg press is a squat. Like they're all basically forms of squats. Leg extension is not really, that's an open chain movement, but leg extension in and of itself doesn't really require a specific warm up other than just going light. Now for upper body, pretty simple. You just want to warm up the upper body. What I like to do is the same warm-ups. Now, World's Greatest Stretch. I want you guys to look into the World's Greatest Stretch. World's Greatest Stretch gets your entire torso, your core, everything warmed up, and then just warm up with the movements you're about to do, you know? I see a lot of people doing the little bands for their rotator cuffs, and I don't know if that stuff actually does anything. I honestly don't. You know, for me, if I'm doing chest, I like to do some flies to get loose. If I'm doing back, man, you know, you can do the windshield wipers, you can do the mini, you can do all that stuff. But honestly, just doing the movement you're about to do, like if you're doing lat pull downs, do some lighter sets of lat pull downs to activate the muscle to kind of get you neurologically going. Now, if you want to get really funky, right? Like I could talk for 2 hours on this, right? This is an impromptu video because we just got our shipment of the waffles and syrup outright breakfast bars. Now, here's what's awesome about these bars is that they also have 2 grams, the full dose of velocitol, which doubles the power of your protein throughout the day. While it is labeled a breakfast bar, trust me, it can be eaten any time of the day. It is so good. It is delicious from what I remember, but let's crack one open now, Katie.
So this one has 15 grams of protein, and we sweetened it with maple syrup. This is not a vegan bar, but we did use maple syrup in this one because it is a mapley.
I want you to see something. So there's stuff called Stroop waffles. It's a big thing in New York. And Matt Morano, this was his idea to do this flavor. Okay?
The crunch.
It's so good. Oh my.
I think Ruckus wants some.
Oh my God. The maple hits your tongue. And it has the crunch from the Stroop waffles. And this will be a top 2 seller within a month.
Yep. This one has 15 grams of protein as well.
If you've ever done anything in your life worthwhile, buying one of these, oh my goodness, go get your waffles and syrup outright bar. So good.
So good.
But I won't. If you want to get really funky, you know those percussion guns? I think it's a Theragun, and I have a couple of them at my house. The Recoverio is one I have. Recoverio is a good one. I actually did a video for them back in the day, and I had a little affiliate link with them. Recoverio was like $80 or something. It was dirt cheap. Those have come down so far in price. But the fucking vibrators, right? So if you want to neurologically, I don't think those do anything for recovery. People, I know comments down below, oh man, I use it, I recover in 2 hours. Look, dude, okay, it increases blood flow, maybe. But like, dude, I think people are overstating what it does. It's a good little massage. It's great. It might help recovery. I don't know. I like it as a now I'm not saying they're worthless. Here's where they're worthwhile. I like it as a neurological stimulus. If I'm going to train chest, and I've done this, I bring that gun to the gym, just do like 30 seconds on each thing, and it really kind of gets your muscle firing and gets your brain connecting with the muscle. You can do that with a lot of things. If you're training glutes, put that thing on your ass. If you're training quads, put that thing on your quads. I think it really helps in neurological stimulation pre-workout. But generally speaking, a lot of people overdo their warm-ups lately. I see people doing, foam rolling and stretching for like 2 hours, and their warm-up takes longer than the workout. Look, dude, I'm all about warming up, but you're supposed to warm up. You're not supposed to kill yourself, right? You just want to get in enough so it doesn't negatively impact your workout. I think a lot of people warm up so much, it negatively impacts their workout. So that's what I got for you, man. I want you to take it a little bit slower. Okay, I want you to work into it. I want you to start at a lighter weight and work your way up. If your max is 315, don't start at 315. Start at 95, start at 45, work your way up, take your time. And then when you're warming up, here's another thing. A lot of people do pyramids where they go to failure, like the whole 135 for 15, 225 for 12, 315 for 8, and then you get 405 for like 2. When you could have got 405 for more. Instead, I want you to focus on getting maximal reps on your top set. So instead of warming up that much, do 135 for 3, do 225 for 2, do 315 for 1, and then you can hit 405 for like 6 to 8, because you didn't just burn yourself out on your warm-ups. See what I'm saying? Warming up should not be a working set. It should be a warm-up. What I like to do is I like to work up like that, get my max set, and then increase the reps as I go down in weight. So let's say I want to hit 405 for my working reps, right? Instead of doing 135 for 15, I'll do 135 for 3. Neurological as well as physical warm-up, right? Getting it all stimulated. 225 for 2, 315 for 1, 405 for 8. Then I'll go 315 for 12. Then I'll go 225 for 15, then 135 for 20. That's one way to do it. Anyway, there's no wrong or right way. Some people like the foam rolling for days. I don't. I think it's stupid. Some people like a lot of different things. Some people like ball gags. I like talking during sex. So I like talking philosophical during sex, Like I'll be like just going over historical facts during sex, right? Like I'll be talking about the War of 1812. I'll be talking about when William Taft, just went in and took Mexico for no fucking reason. Y'all talk about stuff like that because that's what gets me stimulated. Whatever stimulates you, do it in the bedroom and in the weight room. Anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, be sure to click on the notification bell. I appreciate you guys. I love you with all my heart. I'm Marc Lobliner, and that's not a game. Peak Physicor is probably my favorite supplement ever created. It helps subjects double their bench press max when compared to placebo. An 8.5 increase in peak power, 11% increase in VO2 max, which means more sets, more reps, more endurance, more overload, more gains, and a 5% increase in lean body mass. These are valid human studies, guys. This is an amazing supplement, non-hormonal, completely non-hormonal. It works all natural. It's grass status safe. This is a supplement for you. Give Peak Physicor a try. It stacks well with everything.